Hello everyone, welcome to Class 1A. My name is Dylan, bringing another My Hero Academia chapter breakdown. This week we have chapter 365, number 4, and number 5. We kick off the chapter back with Jeanist and Edgeshot, our number 4 and number 5 heroes. Edgeshot is using Fold the Body to suture Bakugo's heart back together. And so he's not just putting his heart back together, he literally is going in, suturing his heart completely together, and giving him internal CPR. And I just love the theming around this because, literally, he is passing himself on to the next generation, figuratively and literally with his heart. And as Bakugo is gaining life, Edgeshot is losing his. Then Shigaraki goes full baby rage mode and attacks towards Bakugo. And I just love how they're doubling down on what's going on with Tenko right now. The child within him is just rebelling. All he wants to do is just destroy everything possible, and because of that, he can't fully become All For One in this moment. All For One's plans of turning him fully into himself are just completely thwart here. Is that the right word? Thwarted? Something like that. But Mirko leaps into action. Even with missing limbs, she gives it her all against Shigaraki. Okay, she is the number 1 hero in my book. I mean, she's missing 3 limbs. She has a singular leg that is working right now, and is just going full 100% plus ultra right into Shigaraki. No fear in her eyes whatsoever. But unfortunately, because of that, I think it's over. I think it's over right now. I don't think she makes it after this, right? Does she make it away with just no limbs at all? Is she just gonna have full robot limbs? Or I don't think so. I think the theme of this is really that the old generation of heroes are really giving their lives to this fight, this final ultimate fight. And I think Mirko is on that list. Mirko and Mirio together start to make Shigaraki second guess himself. Is he actually feeling pain here? But Tenko remembers his family, and we see gooey specters of them start to rise from the ground. And that is where we end this week's chapter. Alright, so it was a bit of a short one, but we had a lot going on here. I mean, the saving of Bakugo through Edgeshot and Jeanist here. Edgeshot literally giving his life to save Bakugo. Incredibly intense. Mirko with only 1 limb coming out of nowhere and giving Shigaraki the business. And finally, the end of it, Tenko rising these specters. And the important thing to remember here, he's not supposed to be able to use quirks. He's doing these things naturally. So what the hell is even going on here? I have no idea, because I guess the explanation that we're given so far is that this isn't a quirk, it's literally an evolution of the human body. But then what does that make these? Are these memories of his past that are just manifesting in his current form, or what's going on here? And I think this just really drives home the fact that I'm glad that Tenko isn't saved yet. He's not Tenko scared, waiting to be rescued by Deku. No, he's Tenko still pissed off that no one cared about him, that his life crumbled around him, and the only one to save him was All For One. So Deku needs to come here and calm the child within Shigaraki down before he has any chance of saving him. But the real question here is, where do we even go? What is even going on? So I really like what they're doing with Bakugo. They're slowly getting him back to life, suturing the heart that's within him, and might I add, a gruesome scene. This is incredibly gruesome for my hero. I mean, we get a shot of just Bakugo's open heart right here being sutured up, literally a surgery scene at this time. And then also Mirko missing limbs. How are they supposed to make this translate into the anime? I know the anime doesn't really get that dark in terms of showing blood and guts and gruesomeness. Is this all just going to be shadowed out? Or are they actually going to up the TV rating for this? I don't know, but it is gruesome regardless. But what actually happens next from here? So obviously they have to solidify what's going on with Bakugo, bring him back to life. Obviously that's going to happen next. But also we're going to have to deal with what's going on with Tenko. I don't think any of this is going to be really resolved until Deku gets here. Meaning, if it's going to keep going like that, I think we're going to jump around to a couple other scenes before we actually get Deku in here. So we actually might be with this for quite a while. Which totally makes sense when you think about it, because this is the ultimate fight. What we're seeing here, this version of Shigaraki versus Deku is going to be that final fight. Deku's not going to go up against All For One as we see him here. He's going to go up against Shigaraki in the AFO form. Regardless, this is spiraling into some really crazy areas. I'm really interested to see what's going on with Deku. How is he actually going to go from whatever mess he is in the middle of the ocean to UA? That's going to be an incredibly interesting fight. I want to see it. Also, I want to see Ochako versus Toga already. I want to see all these fights, and I want to see what's going on. There's so much that's happening right now, and it's all so incredibly hyped. And so we got a shorter chapter here, And we have a week off next week from another chapter. So what I'm thinking here is that Horikoshi has something really big planned for us, and it's going to be good. Oh, I'm so excited for it. Like, whenever I see that there's usually a break, or he's taking a little bit of time off, one, good. Horikoshi, if he wants to write good stuff, he's got to take care of himself. Like, take some time if you need it. But it always signals to me that we're going to get an absolute banger of a chapter coming up. So I hope you all are really hyped for it. But with that said, thank you all so much for watching or listening, and I will see you all next class.